Hello and welcome to this weather update. We're going to talk a little bit about the pretty crappy pattern that we're going to be entering in. I hope you got a chance to enjoy the nice weather on Thursday and Friday because we won't be seeing that weather for quite a long time. So as you can see here, we have a headline here at the Weather Service, and it's that we're going to get heavy rain likely with localized flash flooding possible tonight into Sunday morning. And this is due to an unusual situation here. Well, we have the stall front syndrome, of course, but we also are going to have a coastal storm form in late July, which is very unusual, but again, not surprising. So we're going to first look at the current conditions across the area today. Enjoy that low, fairly low dew point of 57 because the dew points are going to be above 70 for quite a while. The humidity is going to be with us in full force. Right now, not that bad, 74, so it's a comfortable day outside at Farmingdale. I'll look at one more observation. Let's go out east to Gabreski Airport, 72, the dew point of 58. We have that east wind, so the east wind is already starting to pick up, but it will feel comfortable outside at least. And we do have in the city, ooh, I hit Teterboro. It's warmer there, 77. I should have hit New York City by accident. Hold on, I wanted to get Central Park, not Teterboro. Let's see if we can get Central Park. All right? Let's see if we can make that happen. Now it doesn't want to work. 70. That's why I usually have it set up beforehand. So 74 at Central Park, and they've got a northeast wind too, 58, and it's going to be a little on the breezy side. So we're going to actually take a look at that. So there's already a flash flood watch in effect for the southern part of New Jersey. This, I'm sure, will be extended northeastward. I want to look at Tom's River and see the conditions there. I'm sure it will be cool there too as well. As soon as we can get this to load. Unfortunately, the Weather Service site feels like being slow right now. So 76, it's a little warmer there, and the humidity is higher. No surprise that it is a little more uncomfortable in Tom's River. And it's overcast as well. The sun is still out here. But anyway, I want to go and look at the forecast for our area. We'll go ahead and look at that because you can see in the forecast, look at that, a chance of showers every single day. So it's going to be a chance of showers. Look at that in the forecast every single day. We're going to be dealing with a chance of showers every single day. All right. So probably sometime after 3 o'clock there could be showers around, but the heavier rain doesn't start until later. So let's take a look at the pattern that is bringing us this on the GFS model here. Let's take a look at that. And all right, the 12Z has not fully come in yet, but we have enough of it to take a look at the pattern here, and then we can go from there. So you can see that unusual system that has now formed along the stall frontal boundary. And I think warmer than normal ocean temperatures are playing a role in this. It's a nor'easter. It's not a tropical system, but still warmer than normal ocean temperatures can fuel nor'easters as well with energy. So you can see this moves up the coast. We're going into the evening here. And you can see it actually goes inland and can bring some really heavy rain, and we could have some strong winds too. Nothing huge, but still fairly strong winds, and could lead to some isolated power outages. Wouldn't surprise me at all. This thing moves inland, brings a lot of rain, and it moves pretty quickly too. That's a very unusual track too that it took. That's a track reminiscent of Sandy, and that's a little disturbing. But you can see here we go into Sunday and it moves in, and then we just have this ridge starting to build here, and this ridge, literally this stall front, is going to be over us for a long time. So while they're going to get some dry air out here, we're going to be playing with this stall front for a long while, and you can see it's not going anywhere. If I go ahead and look at the 060 model, we can actually go and look through the whole thing. Alright, so let's do that. Let's look through the whole model, and you can see that ridge isn't going anywhere. It's sitting there. Look at that. Right into August. It's not going anywhere. So again, we have an unusual pattern here with that ridge just developed. So yeah, the weather is going to suck for a while. So I hope you got outside the past couple of days. I hope you were able to do that. If you couldn't, I really do feel bad for you, because the weather is going to suck for now until further notice. And we're going to look at the dew points here as well, because the dew points are going to be high right throughout. So again, not only is the sky going to be cloudy and there's going to be a chance of showers, the dew points could be, we might even set a record here with dew points above 70 for a long time. So let's see, we go into Sunday. The orange is the dew points above 70, and you see we stay in the orange. Look at that. Tries to get in, but it doesn't. You can see that ridge just stays there and blocks everything. So it's going to be miserable. Boy, wouldn't you like to be in Canada? Look over here, the dew points of 35. So, but for us, we are again in the tropics, and so is the whole, really, eastern 2/3 of the whole country here. So it is going to suck. So let's now take a look at the NAM. We're going to look at some different models and see how it handles the rain coming in. So we're going to look at the NAM, and you can see this storm, and it's definitely picking up energy off the water. Almost looks kind of tropical in a way. It's taking a very unusual track, very reminiscent of Sandy, and making that left-hand hook. So, and you can see the isobars are close together, which means we're going to be dealing with some winds across the area. So again, this is going to be overnight. As you see, we go into around after midnight, I would say, first in New Jersey and then moving up the coast. Looks like New Jersey will get the brunt of this, but we'll get some of this too. And the low just tracks inland like that. So very unusual. And then we have rain chances in, and it brings up all this really disgusting humid air that we're going to be dealing with here with these high dew points once again. It's just been an absolutely ridiculously humid summer, very unusual. You know, let's look at the 12-kilometer NAM. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and look at the dew points. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's go ahead and look at the dew points. Let's get to the dew points over here. All right, so here we go with the dew points. You can actually see the dew points coming up from the south. All that humidity coming right up. And you can see again, the wind is also going to be strong. So you can see here we've got these dew points well into the 70s right through the week. So it's going to be very humid. The only thing is it shouldn't get that hot. So if we go ahead and we look at the temperature across the area, let's see what we got here. All right, so going to Sunday, we get some 80s over New Jersey, Long Island perhaps too. Monday, just mainly upper 70s. So it'll be humid, but it's not going to be that hot. We're not going to see that much heat. Just the worst of it will be maybe mid-80s over New Jersey. So I want to go now look at the total accumulated precipitation. So what we're going to look at here is how much rain this thing is going to bring. And look at that. All right. So the NAM is usually pretty good with these things, so that's why I'm using that model. Looks like parts of southern New Jersey could get well over 2 inches. For the rest of us, we're going to be anywhere ranging from 1 inch to 2 inches, and less as you go north and east. There we go on and on here. You see it go on and on, and goes up a little more. But we will be getting a lot of rain across the area. So we went from having too little rain to too much rain. That seems to be the thing. It's either a feast or famine. This is the way the weather patterns work now. So let's go ahead and I want to change this to the actual 3-kilometer NAM. And yeah, this is the 3-kilometer NAM, but this is basically a higher resolution. But I actually want to just put it back to the radar so we can actually take a look at. Actually, it's got another setting here we could do, and that is radar and 10-meter wind. So let's take a look. Let's do the wind, because I think the wind is going to be important. Let me back it up. Here you go, and you can really see this thing. It looks sort of like a tropical system. It's a nor'easter. I would say it's some kind of weird hybrid or something like that, getting its energy off the warmer than normal ocean temperature. You can see strong east winds. There could be coastal flooding. I would not be surprised if there is some coastal flooding with this, particularly over New Jersey. and that it does keep the worst of the heaviest rain away from our area. It looks like it goes. It looks like Delmarva is going to get slammed. It looks like they're going to actually get the brunt of it, according to this, and then a little less as you move up north. So, but still, the potential is there for some heavy rain. So, I actually want to look at some other models regarding this storm. Let's go ahead and look at the RGEM, and look and see how the RGEM handles this. So, that's we don't have a full. I have to go to 0 to 6Z. Let's see how the RGEM handles this. So, yeah, it takes a slightly different track. So it brings the heavy rain a little more northward. But again, a very unusual thing, and you can see just tropical weather behind this thing. So it's almost like a tropical storm in a way. Let's look at the HDRPS. Let's look at this one. Alright, we have enough of it in to look at the storm. So here we go again with that storm. Look at that. Look at those echoes. So there could be some really intense heavy rain and thunderstorms with this system. And that also brings the moisture more north. So I'm thinking we're going to see a good amount of rain here too. So we could actually take a look at the HDRPS, total accumulated precip, and see what that has. Because that has a bit of a different look to it, I'm sure. The NAM. Yeah, it does. It does. It does to some extent. It still wants to keep the heaviest stuff over Delmarva. So I still think Delmarva is going to get hit the hardest here. Alright, I want to actually take the radar loop from this. So this is the storm right here. You can see it already bringing some really heavy rain to DC. And you can see that moisture conveyor belt coming all the way up from the tropics. So I want to actually look at the satellite next, see how this looks on satellite. But you can see this really impressive and unusual system for late July moving up the coast. Alright, so last but not least, we will look at the satellite of the storm, and you can see actually there's a main storm over here, and you can see looks like there's some dry air coming through here. We're not going to see any of that because you can see the storm starting to form. You see, it doesn't look like a tropical storm on the satellite. It's not a tropical system. It's a what's some kind of hybrid, I guess. Getting some of the energy from the ocean. Again, unusual. But then again, we're seeing the atmosphere do things that we've never seen it do. And you can see actually this storm here that is going to be moving up the east coast and actually taking on, you can see what I call a negative tilt. When you see a pattern like this, this is called in meteorology a negative tilt. When something is tilting to the tilting like this, that's what you call a negative tilt. So very unusual to see in late July for sure. And that will conclude this weather update. So just beware tonight. It's going to be pretty stormy later tonight or in the overnight. Luckily, the worst of it's going to be while we are sleeping. Hopefully, the storm doesn't cause too much damage. But definitely beware of the potential with this system, and then expect weeks and weeks of misery. That's going to conclude this weather update.